1 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Muhammad Zubair Khan. First, the headlines. National Assembly was informed today that there is no shortage of sugar in the country despite its export. Minister for Planning says the coalition government is committed to serving poorest segments of society. Organization of Islamic Cooperation denounces acts of violence against Muslims in several Indian states. Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Egypt, condemning Israel's flagrant storming of Al-Aqsa Mosque, have demanded an immediate halt to blatant assault on worshippers. And now the news in detail. The National Assembly, which resumed its session at the Parliament House in Islamabad today with Speaker Raja Parvez Ashraf in the chair, was informed that there is no shortage of sugar in the country despite its export. Speaking at the floor of the House, Minister for Commerce Naveed Qamar said, "We have exported 170 million metric tons of sugar to Afghanistan, Central Asian states and other countries, and we have the capacity for its further export." Minister of State for Finance Aisha Ghaus Pasha regretted that the previous government did not fulfill the understanding and commitments reached with the IMF. She was confident that the staff level agreement will be reached with the international lender. The Minister of State pointed out that Pakistan has already met the prior actions and now the IMF wants us to fulfill the external funding requirements before the release of the next tranche. She informed the House that China has recently rolled over a loan while there is also progress for securing support from Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. On a point raised by a member, the chair asked the Standing Committee on Finance to seek reports from all the departments regarding the implementation of minimum wage of 25,000 rupees. Minister for Planning and Development Professor Ahsan Iqbal says the coalition government is committed to serving the poorest segments of society. In an interview, he said, "We have been struggling to uplift economy and take country to the path of development." Ahsan Iqbal said that bold and right decisions are need of the hour to stabilize the country. He, however, stressed the national dialogue among political forces is only way forward to steer country out of current political and economic crisis. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, all parties Hurriyat Conference expressing serious concern over the miserable plight of unlawfully detained Kashmiris has demanded their release before Eid ul-Fitr. In a statement in Srinagar, senior leader of Ghulam Ahmad Gulzar strongly denounced the Indian authorities' callous attitude towards the Kashmiri prisoners, saying these detainees are deprived of hygienic food and medical care. He appealed to the United Nations, OIC and World Human Rights Organizations to take cognizance of the blatant human rights violations being perpetrated by Indian troops in the occupied territory. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation has denounced acts of violence against Muslims in several Indian states. A statement issued in Jeddah said the OIC has followed with deep concern the acts of violence and vandalism targeting Muslim community in several states in India during the Ram Navami processions, including the burning of a madrasa and library by Hindu mob in Bihar on 31st of last month. It said the OIC denounces such provocative acts of violence and vandalism, which are vivid manifestation of mounting Islamophobia and systemic targeting of the Muslim community in India. The OIC called upon the Indian authorities to take firm actions against the instigators and perpetrators of such acts and to ensure the safety, security, rights and dignity of the Muslim community in the country. Israeli forces stormed the Al-Aqsa Mosque in occupied Jerusalem and arrested worshippers in a violent raid today. In a statement, Palestinian officials said the Israeli forces used excessive force, firing stun grenades and tear gas, causing suffocation injuries to several worshippers. Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Egypt have condemned the Israel's flagrant storming of compound and called for an immediate halt to blatant assault on worshippers. Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan and his Iranian counterpart Hossein Amir Abdullahian will hold a meeting in Beijing tomorrow to resume bilateral diplomatic ties. This meeting preceded 3 telephonic conversations between the two ministers in recent weeks after signing the agreement brokered by China. During the phone talks, they discussed key issues after 7 years of severing relations between the two countries. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.